and welcome back to, I think, the last episode of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. It has been a very fun journey. Go watch the other ones if you haven't, but basically we're doing the last class trial right now. We're in like the intermission part, that's where I ended it. And Nagito killed himself, apparently, but there's like still more that we have to find out, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm kind of sad, but I'm also excited because that means we can move on to the next Danganronpa game. I think it's the girls one, the Despair girls or whatever, like all the girl characters, or it's just like a girls arc. Either way, we're gonna finish it here. Let's do it. Okay, here is where we are. Okay. Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but well, if you think about it rationally, there is no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Us little players probably figured that out too. You're the only one that didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. ... Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monami and I are the bestest of friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough! Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know. We aren't even friends in the first place. And as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. It's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. I fell for it. I totally took the man bait. Okay. every time, like the Monokuma theater is just so confusing. Oh.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say.
Indeed.
Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now.
Why?
Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome.
Yeah, we're pretty great.
That's why I'm gonna fight too.
Oh, shoot. I would like to apologize. My filter was not on my mic.
I will fight
That was
the
probably
only
really
way
bad.
I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation.
Good thing I caught it.
That's basically it.
Okay then.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Then what?
Are we finished already?
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
A fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. Here we go! Make your argument! Piece of blue paper, Monokuma special poison torture runes, blood on girder, oil letter. Well, maybe the special poison?
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't be seen,
I wanted to shoot
maybe he
that.
choked himself with a
I'm gonna try Sonia's first,
Let us
though.
consider a
It's not the knife in his. It's not the other
There was
wounds.
just
With
so
all
much
those
white
wounds,
noise.
Maybe
There
he
was
simply
just-
bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something?
I agree with that.
I'm already on it.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility.
Did he really, like...
If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison?
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all
We
of a
found
sudden?
poison.
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange.
Flashback. Yep.
Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
Yeah.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
Yeah. I
However,
guess.
it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
I mean,
But, even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood,
oh,
there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
that's true.
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
What in the world?
That's also a possibility.
Why? I just
But
want to know
still,
why.
Both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
He drank it before.
his left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Wow.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible.
What if he put it in his wound?
Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
He just like poured it in the
Are
cut.
there any left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label.
Maybe.
Maybe.
The poison's warning label said, this enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. Oh. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydro... So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. It was in the air, and then the fire and the sprinklers, I don't know. The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer is written on the warning label? It's gotta be the air. Oh, logic dive. Oh! Oh, again? Already? Sweet. Let's go, I'm ready. Woo! Ah! I messed up. First question. What state was the poison in when it affected Nagito? Gas. I think it was gas. Come on. Yeah! This is fun. This is fun. This is probably so boring to watch, but I'm having so much fun with this. Ah! 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 Okay, slower, slower, I see. Question 2. How did the poison enter Nagito's body? Through his wounds, through his nose, or through his mouth? Through his nose? Because his mouth is covered, and it's gas. Yeah, Oh, it's getting harder. I don't like this. Whee. Oh, we did it. Easy. Hello? Just not that one part.
It's all coming together.
I'm too good. Thank you.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
If gas. If it's a gas, it's
Dangerous
really...
when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose.
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse?
And then it's gonna be like, but how did we not
But
die?
if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
Maybe it's because I should be able to explain that mystery too. The fire, the sprinklers, the smoke, or the Monokuma merch. I'm thinking the sprinklers or the smoke.
I see!
Yay! Should have gone with my gut.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
Woo!
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was
Well, ain't that
also
well
written
thought
on the
out.
poison's warning label.
You guys can say it's heavy with air and it breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydro, which is water. Water.
Of course! Hydrolysis!
Hydrolysis.
The chemical
Thank
bonds
you.
that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right?
Wait,
Then enough already!
but there's still unexplained stuff. Kind of like the gas mask and gloves. Why was that there?
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Maybe someone did kill him.
Well, with
and they
this,
had
we
to,
have a
like, wear
clearer
the
picture.
mask, or-
We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now.
No!
We should get on with the voting time,
I'm
right?
not done.
Well, but
But
What? There's still more?
yes, I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? No, that can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
Bingo! Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
Somebody did that, and I don't
If
think it was
Nagito
Chiaki,
committed
'cause she was the one
suicide by
who was like-
inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Yeah, it must have been. They must have put it back in Nagito's room and the gas mask and gloves that they used because they were there.
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
Bingo! If Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left behind is Chiaki's talking about something that would be necessary for carrying around the poison. The bomb, the container, the water, and the meat on the bone. The meat on the bone? That's from like the first thing. It's the
I see.
container.
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yes?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this look secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the
Just like
plastic
the
fragments
fire
of the
grenades.
fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just too...
You don't want to believe it, but
Like, does that really matter all that much?
they might have been the one who killed him.
Even if he
None.
had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
Maybe technically it
You're
is
right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
accidentally. Really?
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I just want to rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us.
he would.
He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
Yes, it will.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from
How?
the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a clue. What she said just now about us not noticing the container because it was hiding. If that's true, I may be able to reach the answer by using that. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... What kind of container? Fire grenade? A. D-E, D-E. I don't think I... Oh, actually, I did think I missed that. That was beautiful. On my part. Definitely better than the last
I got
one.
it!
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
So that means he was still alive when we opened the
He
door?
used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
And that's why it made it worse.
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
Wait, wasn't there something
You
in
just have to
Nagito's
peel
room
out
like
that
that?
seal and swap the insides, right?
The blue thing.
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Yeah.
Hajime, could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said
No,
so
it's
right
not!
now.
Shut up, Soda!
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
Sonia's words are the key. Something I found in Nagito's room is proof that the contents of the fire grenade were swapped. It is the blue thing.
I can prove it with
Bingo!
this.
I'm too good.
Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
Excuse you?
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
That's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not
I
settled?
do.
There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison?
That means whoever threw it killed him!
When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought and then the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same? Could that same moment be when we all threw the grenade?
See!
Oh shoot!
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Does that mean someone killed him on accident?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no! What is that person gonna think? If it's one of them. One of the people. Well,
When
they
we all threw
it.
the
It just
grenades
showed-
to put out the fire in the warehouse,
One of them.
poison was deployed. And
Or
it
maybe it was
converted to
all.
poison gas and killed Nagito.
That means we killed him.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and
Oh
spread
my
it was...
gosh! That realization, like when it clicked in my head.
One of us.
Oh
What
my
the
God.
heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
But they don't know.
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
He made someone kill him?
You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
It's like putting a gun in someone else's hand and forcing them to pull the trigger.
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
The person who prepared the poison fire grenade was Nagito.
I see! It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poisoned grenade?
Nagito. Wasn't it Nagito?
I see! That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last.
You're
Considering all the
staring-
facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
The reason Nagito set the warehouse on fire, to make someone throw the poison to get our attention to commit suicide to destroy evidence. To make someone throw the poison. Oh my gosh, what a sadistic...
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
Oh my god.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito.
Did the person who threw it mean to kill him, though?
It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Therefore, one of us killed him on accident.
Seriously,
one of us is gonna have to die for no reason.
Who threw it?
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh?
Oh my gosh, imagine that. You don't even know if you're the one who killed him.
Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do.
Yeah!
And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
Oh my god.
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him.
Yeah.
The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point.
Oh my gosh.
All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor.
I can't tell if this twist is better than the one in the first game. Like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. But also
Because
terrible.
of that,
I'm gonna...
Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison, and then...
He'd let go.
Hold on. If that's true,
What did we
you
hear?
can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
Yeah.
That's right! Nagito's killer is
No!
the one who made him breathe the poison!
Oh my god!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all
Oh my
along.
gosh. Please don't be me and or Fuyuhiko or Chiaki. Those are the only three that I like the most.
Even the wounds all over
My
his body.
odds are not
It was all
good.
to mess with the evidence for what actually happened.
I doubt it's gonna be Hajime because we're the main character. We got that protagonist buff, shield, plot armor, you know? If it's Chiaki or Fuyuhiko, I'm gonna be so mad.
His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve.
I kinda like all of them. I like all of them! I don't want any of them to die.
He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out.
Yeah.
After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery
die.
comes along and slaps you in your faces.
Because we don't know who killed him. Which
For
one killed
those
the
of you
poison.
who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry! Please vote me as the killer!
But even if it's not you, we're all gonna
That's
die.
not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision.
Scenario.
That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras.
Actually,
If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass
Oh my-
surveillance cameras or whatever.
oh my.
I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia.
Oh my-
And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Wow.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? I'm so jealous. I mean, how can you have
Oh my
such an
God.
awful power?
Oh my
So,
goodness.
of course this trial
Soda.
still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
So he knows who it is.
Yes,
So
he says. How the hell are we
Yeah.
supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
is it the ultimate imposter?
Even though it's just a hunch,
Now he's dead.
it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Yeah. That's right. It doesn't mean the trial is over just yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then I have to do it. Even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
Oh, are we doing the closing argument? Oh my god. Okay. Here's our first stalk. I forget how to control this. What was inside Nagito's refrigerator? The poison. Right before switching the poison, what was placed inside the break room? What's beyond the Monokuma panel? That? His whole body wasn't tied up. How did he support the spear? Oh no. Oh. Sorry. Oh, that's the girder. In order to hurt himself. He really actually went and stabbed himself. Nagito propped up the knife with something. He really did slam his hand onto the tree. What is wrong with you? The reason we went to the warehouse was... Inside the thrown fire grenade was... What made the spear fall? He let go of it. Now we need the duct tape. Found the knife with something in order to hurt himself. Putting the duct tape over my mouth. How did he speak? Yeah! Woo! Stock 2! Okay, let's go to the beginning. Right before switching the poison. No. Or this? Yeah! What was placed inside the break room, please? And his whole body wasn't tied up. And how did he support the spear? Nagito propped the knife with something. The reason we went to the warehouse was... The poison from the shower grenade is... Inside the fire... Last stock, let's go. How did he support the spear? Something was... He propped the knife with this. Video message. The reason we went to the warehouse. And then... There's only one more. Right?
Here's
Yeah!
everything that happened in this case.
Woo!
The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda.
Of course he would.
He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan.
I love like his comic book
Monokuma's special
style
poison,
so much.
which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base,
Wow, you're so great.
Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory,
Which one was it though?
and put it back with the rest of the
Picked up
grenades in the
which
break
one?
room.
Maybe they don't remember. I guess I wouldn't.
The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up.
Wow! Wow!
As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally,
The amount of, like, determination it
he
must
propped
take
the
to
knife on
stab
the
yourself
plushie
like
and
that.
slammed his right hand onto the blade.
And stab your hand?
He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message.
Who's being covered up? Who's, like, protecting?
After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
There's gotta be an answer. Oh, it's all of
In
us?
conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity.
It's all of us.
This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
It's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick.
Wow.
He believed
what a-
we'd notice the fire grenades.
What?
He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames.
I gotta say, it's pretty well thought out and amazing.
And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By
But we
believing in
figured
us,
it out somehow.
Nagito was able to put his
But also
life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
What Nagito believed in. The surveillance cameras, despair, Hazume, or his talent. His talent?
I see!
He was really
Nagito
prideful.
believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
Unfortunate that he's getting pretty lucky. Why do you think I believe in my ultimate luck?
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. Russian roulette? The game where you load one bullet in a gun, spin the cylinder, point it toward you, and pull the trigger. So you really did it? So that's how you were supposed to play it. So it would have been fine if I'd only used one bullet, huh? I guess it was just as Monami said. Huh? I misunderstood and thought that I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, so that's how I did it. You only had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving! Still alive. Luck. Good for you. And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. That's right, trust my luck. Just relying on your luck. Oh, Teru. Teru. Oh, look for the red mark. For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now. But it was actually the opposite.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I guess.
I just thought... It was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
Huh?
He factored in his belief in us. But for some reason, he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
Was it me?
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even
Oh, yeah.
Nagito didn't know it.
Just whoever.
That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long
Wow.
as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire
Wow!
He left his plan to luck?
I mean, he does that
He
a lot.
risked his life for that?
grenade. He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
No, I don't even have to ask. I should already know what the answer is. The traitor?
I see!
That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Then who
Nagito
is the
didn't
traitor?
know who the traitor was until the very end.
Yeah, because he figured out. who
All
it
he
was.
could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message...
It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward. Wow! What a nice
Just
guy.
bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then it was just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so long, was it really because we didn't believe
But
in
if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer.
Well, I'm sure he wanted to go out.
Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
Huh?
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill
So
him.
who is the traitor?
What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened,
The only
but...
thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
And we're not the ultimate lucky suit.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
Is it Chiaki? Is it Chiaki?
What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's
She's
not
being
allowed
really
to think
weird,
that they're
is it?
different from everyone else.
Why?
Wait.
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
Oh, he looks so sad. What? It's telling me to pick? Is it me? Is it me? It's... I don't...
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
Ah, you totally guessed right.
Why?
Just as expected. Yep, you're correct.
Chiaki.
I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Oh my... And there it is. There's the last person that I didn't want to die. Dude, I was attached to her from the start, and here it is. She's the traitor. I don't... Why? Why? This is... I mean, this is nonsense. Why? Why does this make sense?
Hey, Chiaki, are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
That means he was going for her, and that means she killed him! Are you serious?
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, We have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying future foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, game. Thank you so much.
Hold on.
I really appreciate
We're not
it.
satisfied yet.
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand.
I have no words.
We
I'm
cannot
just-
vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that?
Because we gave her hope.
Maybe I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh?
Hey, Hajime, can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What?
Why are you asking
What are you
Hajime?
saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but
What about all those times
as I
we hung out?
expected, that's rather difficult.
What about all those times?
That's why the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends. Anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
I've got no choice.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Oh, Monami. Monami and Chiaki's relationship. Proving it here, is that the only way? Oh, shoot! Oh, wait!
Hajime used to...
What are the controls?
Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. First open and mix. For your grades.
What is reload? It's tab. Oh, I'm pressing caps. I was pressing caps.
Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I'll lower your grade. Hajime, you stupid face. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
Monami's notebook.
This is the end!
Someone wrote it for her.
When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with a new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know.
And that's how we found out.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook!
Still to watch with everyone for the first time today, Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Right? Is the leader? A lot of things happened to everyone's turn.
What is this? Is this Monami's diary?
Indeed.
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too. So that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
No, the truth, I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just, I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The topic we discussed in that entry, it happened when we were locked inside here. A future goal, Jabberwock Island, final dead room, or the days we spent at the academy. Final dead room? Woo!
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. And then it was about how I tried to go to the final dead room. Probably
There it
Freakin
is.
doesn't believe.
It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room.
But
But the only one who knew that.
If I win the left in game here, I'll be able to go to the octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. And get out. With this, I can finally get out. You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
Friends. I thought you were me. You're nothing but a traitor.
There must be some mistake.
I still like all of the characters who like Gundam. He killed Nekomaru, but I still love him. And then Nagito's dead, and he's sadistic and crazy, but I still like him.
I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
No,
Miss Sonia.
I don't think it was.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so, with a knowing expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word. Took her handbook out of her pocket. Huh? And without hesitating, swiped the card reader. Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Maybe she wanted us to find out.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake.
Yeah.
That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake. That must be a mistake.
Sonia, stop it!
Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it. I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor. There is just no way.
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe, but
Then nobody will be saved.
oh, make your argument. We're still going? Monokuma file 5, Sonny's account, Monokuma's account, Monami's account. Yes, let's do that. Can I actually look at I can look at my stuff. I want to look at the accounts again so that I can remember. Also make it found out the bombs were fake. At the time, Monami was apparently peeking at the whole thing. That might be it. There's also Sonia's account, or was it just?
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not.
What?
The only person who knew it was a fake was... me, when I tried to detonate...
Yep,
That's not it.
I knew it. Sucking a red sign his account.
That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I do not want to hear that!
Oh,
Enough already.
I have
Please
to
do
fight
not say
her?
another
Why? Are you serious, Sonia? Come on.
I do not want
Please.
this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Yeah, how do you think the rest of us feel?
Sonia,
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake
Here's the music.
does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Oh. It's so sad now. Stop. Helps me Academy file. Money's not like gas bus and gloves. The bomb was a fake.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Ah, crap. I ran out. She's panicking pretty bad. I won't have enough words if I counter her right away. It might be best to wait for Sonya.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake.
knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier. He knows
Sorry.
everything about this island.
No.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier. He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
Nope.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a
In
fake.
fact, he did.
But
he didn't tell anyone.
Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there were all fakes. I know that already. You should have said so earlier. Well, I just thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
I mean,
That's
come
not it.
Come on.
It's
you
just-
have to guilt me.
Even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
I mean, he
That's
was
not
the
it.
ultimate lucky.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you, that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life.
Did you argue that I play video games
So
with?
the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Aww.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this, but still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
Damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
It always does. One after another. It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my own weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. We have to believe in the person who's urging us forward. Then we have to start walking. And believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead. Chiaki. I'm sorry.
Even so.
Trial, all rise. My... Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito's killer is Chiaki Nanami.
Damn
Are you
it!
serious? That was correct.
Yeah.
The fact that Chiaki was a traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. Everything was true.
Damn it.
Plus, that means that guy barely managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid. We're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really a part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe it. There is no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I said it. If I could have said it sooner. But I couldn't say it no matter what.
'Cause,
I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray?
well,
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
well,
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not gonna answer, right? Like if we ask you why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry.
That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that, was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange?
So,
I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chiaki hadn't said anything, I did not read the rest. You've raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Huh?
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations! You successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor and kill everyone else besides the traitor. Really?
Huh?
Kill everyone besides the traitor?
Are
That
You
was
serious?
Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? Of all to form a plan, only the traitor would survive. Is that guy really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay. Okay, what?
Well,
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chiaki!
You really are a kind-hearted person. You think so? Jeez, I wonder where you got your personality from.
perhaps.
Maybe our dad and big brother, don't you think?
Hey!
Don't get talking about your
Come
family
on
all of a sudden.
now.
That's totally ripping off Taro Taro.
I can't lose!
I cannot lose to... Oh, that's not the right voice. I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else. Even if I know it's a fight I cannot win.
Hi-ya!
I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate? Whoa!
I will no longer let you do as you please.
They're fighting.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
Huh? She's self-destructed?
what'd you say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like, died.
No,
They're
no!
not dead.
Ah!
A new one came out.
Phew!
Man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't
Not
lose.
yet, I'm not done yet. Hey, wait. Oh, again.
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Oh.
Hey,
Not yet. Seriously, stop it. If you don't stop right now, it's all gonna be destroyed.
I won't forgive you.
Of course, I'm doing it so that you'll all be destroyed. I will be the one to protect my students.
I won't let
I will
you.
protect them with my life. Monami, you...
Hey.
Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once.
Ooh, how
How many?
exciting!
Not that much. Just around... What did you say?
What?
1 million. 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead. That's 10 to the 60th power.
Hey.
After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Too bad!
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? Oh, yeah. While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong.
What? Those were just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing. Monami, finish him off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it a Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What did you say? There's no way that's possible, not even with magic. Magic.
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey!
Well, hold on. If you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey!
What's going on? Don't tell me they're not gonna call this magic or something. Well, I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's
We're
this?
not gonna be able to beat him.
And how many monomies are left to challenge my RV of 10 to the 60th power?
You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I am the conqueror of the new world.
I can't
I
lose.
won't give up, even if I have no chance of winning.
It's okay, Monami.
Huh?
Well,
It's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them.
But
Right?
Damn it.
What the heck is going on?
I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say is... Please listen! Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like,
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
this is
We're in
bad.
this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations.
Damn it!
Okay, that's it. Let's do that talk for later. Because the punishment time's gonna start. Hold on, just a little more time.
Shing!
To wait or not to wait, that is the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. If you think about it, you'd know, right? There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't...
I'm sorry.
Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that I...
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
For Chiaki and Nanami, the ultimate gamer.
Special bleeding service!
For Monami too. Oh, what? You're killing them both?
Huh?
Why even Monami?
Hmm.
It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. And also, I didn't need anybody that will defy me anymore.
Uh-huh.
Also, I remember now. I'm an only
Sorry.
child.
That is...
What is that?
Hmm.
It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyway. And not just that. I decided to believe in everyone.
You guys, I'm sorry about
Oh.
so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you.
Okay.
I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
I forgive her.
Just one last time.
I forgive everyone.
Let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life.
She's dropping facts right now.
Love.
Oh no.
Bye, everyone.
They're holding hands. Stop! I can't.
It's
I'm
okay.
gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
A shining future will always be waiting for you.
I've been crying too much. Can we like calm it down, game? Holy crap.
It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
No.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No. Stop it. Stop it. Stop crying. It's fine. My eyes are watering. It's fine. Whatever. Time for the punishment. You too, Monami. I'm gonna enjoy it. Oh no. I can't. I don't want to see myself die. Oh, and it's gonna be gaming thing too. What? Execution executed. What's going on? Oh my gosh, she's literally in a video game. Oh, and all the other Monamis are there too? She tried to run! She's trying to run with the Monami! Oh my gosh! Oh. No! Tetris! Oh, there goes. That was a really cool execution, but it just wasn't this. It was Chiaki! Why? I really want to be able to enjoy the executions, but when it's a character you really like, it's so difficult. She's gone. Monomi's gone too. Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask. Before I could say what I needed to say. Chiaki vanished before my eyes. And I couldn't even tell her thank you. If I had said that, would she have been comforted a little? If she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe it!
Good gracious, that was a big surprise! As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of point man during the class trials, as did Nagito too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too.
Phew!
Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh?
Does that mean? Now that that annoying rabbit is gone as well. All of the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
Are you serious? We can really just leave this island?
I shall now
Yep.
present!
Congratulations! With this, I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who've survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you all for your hard work. What? Actually? Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There are still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you would be setting things up so another killing happens right away. You're right. Stop it! What are you saying? If Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Or what if? Also, you said you 5 like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there's still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matters that there are 5 people left? Are you planning to make a volleyball team?
Stupid fool!
You need 6 people for volleyball. Don't stay quiet, say something! What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy, and an enemy of the Future Foundation, so what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh?
No.
Well, you'll just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. The timer is almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's life plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
weird whatever. And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all of your questions answered in one go. And then you guys will find out for yourselves just how messed up this new world is.
Hey.
Huh? A new world? Don't go saying crap like that all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus.
Yeah.
While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless life back home will be waiting for you. Oh my god. No. Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen, and burrowed deep into my sheets, or burrowed, as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then the sun finally set. The days feel abnormally long when you spend it praying nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the future foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back on all of that? And not just that, if we're really leaving, then where are we going? To Hope's Peak Academy? That was my last night at Java Rock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. Oh. It's about to... We have 1 hour. Right? 55 minutes. I feel like I had a fun dream somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day. According to Monokuma... Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Soda, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia, like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything, like everything in this world was nothing but lies. Ah! I rushed out of the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage desperate... Huh? When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
What? Oh, hi, Jimmy. Good timing. Good time? What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus. What about it?
Well?
Apparently there was more to that message inside the laptop. Huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagito planned to leave this at will. As a will. Nagito's will? Where is it right now? They were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it, the restaurant. We're not gonna talk about the fact that Chiaki is talking to us and we're either crazy, seeing things, or both? Jeez, I can't. I can't.
Yo!
Hey, you're late. Is it true? Did Nagito really leave another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam. What? With Gundam's hamster? What? They're still here? They're chilling with Sonia?
Listen well.
Oh my... Gundam! A coincidence, you say? Wrong. That is the will of casuality. Or guiding you.
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that.
Damn right.
So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right. What the heck?
I wonder who's watching this message.
Yay, we get to hear the actual... Oh, never mind. It was just the first part. Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped. Ended the way... ended the way he hoped it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. It's just as Monokuma said.
Hey!
So he really set up the traitor as a killer and he even tried to make them survive the trial. But why would he do that? Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more. Why is everyone here? Why is the game bugging out? But if everyone but the traitor is watching this video...
How unfortunate.
I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me.
Now then.
Let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize in the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... That scared me so bad. The future Foundation's traitor must know the truth all along. And so, I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Roger. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. How does he know? Stop! But now that I know the truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the future foundation, he's raising all of your hopes. But only so he can lead you into unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... Wait, what does that say? Seriously pissing me off? Keth is the only one so happy it's happy, or... Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How did they come up with a plan like that?
Now then.
But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you'll need to go. The key to enter that place is that message you found at Mizumi Castle. Oh.
Well...
Normally you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. But since that message gets rid of one of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monami. But that has nothing to do with me. You guys will think you're not gonna something. Stop it, don't. Stop. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess it's a nice time to announce it, right? So then I'll announce the password. 11037. Why have I seen that before? Where did I see that? I've seen that. I was thinking, when I saw it, I was thinking of like the Leon thing when they were looking at when Sayaka died. Wait, that is what it is it not? Because they saw it as numbers. They saw it as 11037 because it was upside down. It is Leon. That is the password that was written in Mizumi Castle? You have to use that to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
Please call me the ultimate hope.
Oh. My. This was Nagito's final message. That is 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. I like glitched out. There's no mistaking it. That password's to enter that ancient ruin.
Hey.
I don't even remember. You better hurry, I think. Let's go to the countdown before it reaches 0. Or before the countdown reaches. You're right, let's go. Why is everyone here? I'm so confused. Like, the game is just breaking. And I don't know why. I'm really weirded out. Do I have to? Oh, I broke my game. That's not time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin on the second island. Why is everything falling apart? What? Somehow it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Darn right! It's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills.
Thanks.
If you're gonna let it out, and you'll do it in a Tupperware, keep with me.
Dumbass.
Hey, now's not the time to mess around.
Young master.
It's going to be alright. You do not have to worry. I will protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together. The heck?
Shut
Don't treat me
up.
like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order. Oh my gosh.
What?
What was that? I told her that you only understand piggy talk. I said you're so cool on piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
The password, please? Yeah, I know. This is so weird seeing everyone. It's kind of like... I like it. I like seeing them all again. 11037, right?
It's gonna be
Leon?
fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. Now then, let's open the door of the future. 1, 2, 3, 7. Okay. Leon. Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward. What? I'm so confused. What is the actual thing that... Oh. What the heck? Huh?
Is this a trial ground?
Yeah, this looks like a class trial.
But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way,
Huh?
Why is...
where did everyone go?
Oh, is it just us now?
Everyone?
What? Something's wrong. What do I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... how my game is breaking! What is going on? This world. Oh no. Oh no. Is it really gonna explode? Is it really a bomb? Stage clear? Chapter 5, smell at the hope and the despair end. Surviving students 5. To be continued. I got Chiaki's backpack. Oh my gosh, I need one in real life. Chapter 0, heading to the school trip. Huh? It would be wrong to say that it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. Who is this? The shaking was quite irregular, just when you thought it was a series of small shakes. It would suddenly shake violently. Every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For being a person who's loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. How boring. I knew it. I was thinking it was Nagito. Do you like ships? On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. Oh, it wasn't. It was clearly directed at me. You look like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? We're on a ship? Ships? That's right. So, that's it. This is a ship. You just realized that now? Is it really? Oh, that's me. Is it really that funny? Are we Hajime or are we someone else? If you want, care to talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me. Or, am I Makoto? Instantly, I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile, but under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito. Okay. Anyway, look at me. Sorry. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me, so to share a room with a person like that, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky? Ah, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? That's exactly what it is. But for someone I meet for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. Possess, huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Ho's Peak Academy too, right? So you're one of us? But that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Sorry, I'm offensive and I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They're profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these people, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Perhaps, does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contributions to this world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen well, using people as a talent too. It is now my turn to use that person just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they're already... I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me. Even now it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Oh my... what the heck? Look at his hand! He's got bandages and nails. Will I be able to see her again? Is that not Nagito? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much. Hate? Then explain your hand. This? The end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. What? Huh? So, But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Isn't that amazing? I've successfully become one with the ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. I see, so you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. It was giving me Mukuro vibes, the nails. I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy, because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power, and for that I... Wait, huh? Do I hate her? That's strange. Look at the window, we're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Oh, was that me, or I wasn't looking? Isn't that exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on the island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Can I see you again? There's no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you're boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Heading to the school trip, chapter 0. End. Huh? What is this? A door. It's a door. There's a door. A door? Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Door opens. Head explodes. I remember that. I remember saying that. Is it... Huh? Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone else. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground, but then why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before, when we were all gathered in that classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? Monokuma?
Ahem, ahem. Testing, testing.
my
Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all.
What?
So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
But this happened in the first game. Didn't it? Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? Yes, he definitely said it. He said, welcome to Hope Speak Academy. But why would this place be Hope Speak Academy? And not just that, what is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? Oh my goodness. Leave here? Are we in old building first floor? We're here! Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope Speak Academy. Is this creepy place the Hope Speak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to start all. It's just like the funhouse. That's right, that's definitely it. Monokuma said to come in the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go and definitely clear things up. Oh my gosh, we're in the first game again! We're in the first game again! But there's also... Oh, I forgot about my pet. Whoopsie. Hi. Chibimi. Gym. The gymnasium is here, right? Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not gonna cower away anymore. And so I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. And my game is breaking even more. I want an explanation. I'm so confused. Chapter 6. This is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. It was a normal gymnasium. Oh.
Damn right.
Yo, Hajime.
Yo!
You heard the announcement and came here too, right? You guys did too, right?
What's going on?
What do you make of all of this? Monokuma said this place was Hope's Peak Academy or something.
That cannot be possible.
Well,
You're right.
yeah.
Anyway, you look at it, it's impossible. Hello, how does it feel to return to the long-awaited Hope's Peak Academy?
Why, you.
Hey, where are we? Why'd you lock us up this time? Where?
That's...
What a shock. I just told you guys this is Hope's Peak Academy.
Of course not!
No way in heck that's true.
No.
No, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway. What's left of it?
What?
Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell to ruin.
Lies.
You were serious about that? I don't believe it. But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserved to be ruined for. What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to Hope's Peak Academy, and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic.
Fine.
Oh well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone? Oh, they're talking to me? Are you serious? Stop it. You're creeping me out. Enough with this. Just spit it out already. Where'd you take us, you? Idiot.
Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we entered that ancient ruin and...
In other words...
It means I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin. What do you mean between?
Hey!
What do you mean made?
What's this?
Oh my, your minds are getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? Are you? Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's by nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way!
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam. Then what is the graduation exam?
Hey!
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate.
Are you
But
sure
on the other
about
hand, I'm worried
this?
about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world.
So...
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Huh? We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here.
That's right!
This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
No.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Main cast?
Hey!
You guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives.
Damn it!
So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even after the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual.
What is going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey!
Like, he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How'd we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from Tropical Island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be. There is no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island.
I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on this island. This building is really Hope's Peak Academy? This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? What in the world is going on? Dang it, why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, Oh, if that's what you're thinking, stop it. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and strong will. That's mean. And the moment you were born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? I'm hurt. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why do I have to go through something like this?
Hajime.
I was saying it like Chiaki says it. Whoops.
Hajime, did something happen?
Huh?
Hey,
I'm
bastard!
not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do
As long
it!
as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, everything's gonna be solved. Is that what it means?
Hey,
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
Jeez.
Even though Chiaki and Monami are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means Future Foundation was our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
you serious?
If they're not the World Ender, then we were really tricked by Monokuma?
However,
The Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monami never once denied that.
Damn it.
Even if they're our allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation, but if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help. So what should we do?
Damn it.
Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do the graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we've been here?
All right!
Like we have been? I'm gonna do it.
Prepare yourself.
Like...
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something about Hope's Peak Academy, about ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine. We can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this island, right? If that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means.
of course!
Yes. He is right. That's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. But this place really is. What happened to Hope's Peak Academy? None of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now. But Monokuma should already know that that's what we were thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island? He should already know that we'd never choose to stay on this island.
Hey, hey!
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? What are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird building?
Even so.
I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this building. I'll just go on ahead for now.
Whoa!
You're already going?
Jeez.
What's that idiot thinking running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However,
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives.
alright!
So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stopped at a green light, we'd never reach our goal.
Jeez. You're pathetic.
Akane and I already took off on our own. It might be faster if we split up and look around. Like Sonny said, if there's no more killings, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Well, let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
We're going ahead. We'll see you guys later. Those brief words for you left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. So he took a deep bow, then left the gymnasium. Miss Sonia.
Miss Sonia!
Please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left all alone. Soda chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Just a bit more and it's going to end. Yeah, can we hurry up? Like, I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening, for the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home and investigate. What the heck? I have to investigate this whole building? Are you serious? I don't want to. Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this what Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing it over and over again. He's so consistent. I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? I don't think so. The dojo is available. Let's check the dojo. Vehicle? No, no one. Huh. Is this the dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. What is this? This is a manga. The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope Sea Academy by Monokuma. I'm sorry. Why is the manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out on the open lines? Let's start with the history first, class.
Hey,
The manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. Here we go. Hello, and welcome to the end of the video. I kept going after this point, but like I played for another hour before I was like, okay, I can't play anymore. I need to stop. I didn't expect it to be so much longer, so maybe we'll finish it next episode, and maybe we'll have to do a whole nother episode. I don't even know, but I will see you guys then. Bye bye.